Hi, I am Gagan Hansal. In this task, I implemented the HubSpot integration following the same structure that was already used for the Notion and Airtable integration. The main goal was to add Hub, HubSpot authentication and load HubSpot data while keeping the existing architecture unchanged. I kept the change focus mainly in the HubSpot integration. The main implementation is in HubSpot.py file where I handle the authentication flow, credentials, and fetching HubSpot data. And I added the required HubSpot mapping in the front end so that it works with the existing integration flow. Right? Let me show you the HubSpot.py file. Right? For authentication, I use HubSpot authentication flow. When the user clicks connect to HubSpot, we generate a random state along with the user and organization information. I store the information state in Redis with an expiry time and then redirect to the user to HubSpot for its authorization. After authorization, HubSpot redirects back to our callback endpoint with the authorization code and state. And after that, I validate the state against the value stored in Redis and then exchange the authorization code for the HubSpot success token. Let me tell you how you can use the token. Here we will pass the HubSpot client ID and HubSpot client secret, right? And the HubSpot client and the secret are kept in environment instead of hard coding them in the code. Once the overflow is complete, the credentials are retrieved from Redis. For the data part, I use HubSpot Contacts API. I fetch the contact and handle pagination using the after cursor, so the integration can retrieve multiple pages of contact instead of only the first response. I then convert the HubSpot response into the existing integration item structure used by the application. For the contact name, I use the first and last name and fall back to the email or contact ID if the name is not available. Let me show the demo of our product. Firstly, we will run the Redis server from here. Here our Redis server is on. Let runs the backend. Backend is running fine. Let runs the frontend side. Frontend is already running. We will launch this. Here we will go on the integration type to the HubSpot. We click over it and connect to the HubSpot. Here the dialog box is open for the HubSpot authentication. Let me choose an account for me. I choose to this account. Now this is now the HubSpot is connected successfully. It is showing here also. Let we load our data from the HubSpot. When we click over this, it shows the loaded data from the HubSpot and in the integration format that we have to follow. We also clear data from here also. This is working fine. So overall, I kept the implementation aligned with the existing Notion and Airtable integration rather than introducing a separate architecture. The complete flow from authentication, authorization to loading HubSpot contact is working, and the credentials are handled through environmental variables. Uh, Thank you.